Welcome to another episode of See Your Teas. And that tall drink of water over there is Tracy Shackelford.
And this awesome sauce fella, covered in the best barbecue sauce in the world, is Chris Rogers.
Yes, I am.
I wasn't really sure where we were going with that one.
I don't either. I just thought I'd mix it up this week.
You know what? I am a tall drink of tea, though. I'm
Yeah,
not gonna
you
lie.
really are.
Yeah.
So, Merry Christmas.
Happy holidays.
Yes.
Merry Christmas Kwanzaa.
Yes.
Is that-
And Festivus.
Oh yeah, Festivus for the rest
Happy
of us.
Festivus. We'll do our airing of grievances next week. So, welcome. This episode, we are going to get into our Christmas list. We didn't want to wait until Christmas.
Oh no, you don't wait.
As we record this, we are on the final day of November.
Yeah, we are.
So even the most Grinchiest of Grinches, of Scrooges, can say that it is officially Christmas season.
It is Christmas season.
Oh, it has been for me for a while.
Well, yeah, for me too.
Yeah. But for even the others,
Yeah.
the people that complain, I actually read something, science article today. And it said that baby elephants are born at 250 pounds, making them the biggest babies on land.
Okay.
Second only to people that complain about people celebrating Christmas early.
Hot damn.
Yes.
That's a fact.
Yeah, that's science.
You take that home.
Yeah, exactly. Write it down.
Write it down, bitches.
So this is our episode where we talk about our Christmas list.
Oh, this is a good list.
So this is a good list. I'm excited about it. I had a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun putting it together.
There's a lot of John Hughes on this list.
There is a lot of John Hughes on here, and not nearly enough Shane Black.
No.
There is some Shane Black though.
Will always be Shane Black.
Will always be Shane Black. So this is our Christmas list in no particular order.
None.
And again, this is not like a top 10. It's more of a culturally relevant.
Yes, what makes you literate as far as I'm talking about Christmas movies.
Yeah, exactly. If the conversation comes up, if you have seen all of these movies, you are going to run that conversation.
Yes, you will.
Yeah, absolutely you will. And as we did 2 weeks ago, we discussed if you are coming up against some pushback from people about whether or not some of the movies on here are Christmas movies, you can have receipts because we made them up for you, and you can go back to 2 weeks ago episode, and there you have it.
Tell them they're wrong. That's all you got to do.
Just say you're wrong, and I can prove it.
I can prove it. And then pull up our episode.
Then pull up your episode, and just say Chris and Tracy said so.
Yeah,
that's all that we need.
Yeah, and we're basically scientists.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, Chris is closer to a scientist than I am.
Yes, I do science for the living.
Yes,
so far.
Yeah.
But anyway, so here we go. Here we go. The first movie on the list is A Christmas Story.
You can't have a Christmas list without a Christmas story.
You can't. And so that is definitely on the list. It's any conversation. It's extremely quotable. It is just an amazing movie. I don't know that they do it anymore, but I think TNT or TBS, one of the networks, used to show it for 24 hours straight.
The answer to your question is yes, they both do.
Yeah. Do they still do it?
It's basically all Christmas Day.
Yeah.
So from 12 a.m. Christmas morning
to
11:59 p.m. Christmas night.
Yeah.
Nothing but a Christmas
story. And I remember one year I sat down and I probably watched it 3 times right in a row. And it's great. I did just recently rewatch it about a week ago with my wife, because we watch it every year, and it holds up.
It totally holds up.
Absolutely holds up. And I have to say, this is going to bring the room down a little bit. I watched this movie isn't on the list.
The Christmas Story Christmas.
Christmas Story Christmas.
Yeah,
I watched, and it is good. It's very well done. It was very hard for me to get through.
Yeah.
In particular, having just lost my father almost 2 years ago, and it is very much about relationships with dads and sons, and Christmas especially, and it really hit home for me. So that one was tough, and if you're a fan of Christmas Story, you should watch it. That is our first movie. Then we have The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Wait, that's a Halloween movie, Chris.
It is.
How do you have a Halloween movie on a Christmas movie list?
Because it is.
It's in the title?
Well, here's the thing. It's in the title. It is a Christmas movie. Now, when asked, the director was whose name slips in my mind at the moment. But when asked, he was asked definitively, "Is this a Christmas movie or a Halloween movie?" And he said, "100% it's a Halloween movie."
Absolutely.
However, I did an informal straw poll amongst pretty much everyone who I could talk to the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
And asked them what their favorite Christmas movie was.
He asked 100 people on the street.
I did.
Yeah.
And this movie came up, I would say at least 20% of the time.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So I thought if it's that influential,
Mm-hmm.
then it needs to be on the list.
I would agree.
So that's why it's on the list.
I concur.
Yep, absolutely. Sandy Claus.
Now, the next one, I got to say, my wife watches this movie every year. But she watches the black and white version.
Yeah, I think you got to.
So it's A Wonderful Life.
It's a Wonderful Life. If you watch the colorized version, I think officially you're a communist.
It's awful too.
It's not
bad
it's not great.
rendering.
Although it's really interesting when doing the show prep for the Is It a Christmas Movie episode.
Yeah,
this movie came up.
Did it really?
There is a contingent of people who are, in my opinion, wrong, but there is a contingent of people who say that this movie would be just as impactful if it happened at a different time, if it wasn't Christmas time. I mean, it's basically about a man's influence on the world, right? About a man from a small town, and would the world be any different if I wasn't in it?
Yeah.
And it's kind of a, go back and see your life without you in it situation.
Sure.
The bell that rings at the end is on a Christmas tree, but it could have been a doorbell or whatever is the argument.
Yeah.
I think it absolutely is more impactful because, as we talked about in our other episode, at Christmas time, the stakes are higher for these sorts of things.
They are.
And the snow at the end and the angel and all of that is just more Christmas. So I am of the opinion that it is a Christmas list. And
every time a bell rings,
an angel gets his wings. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So we all know.
So
now, the next one, though, I got to say, it was great for me growing up.
Mm-hmm.
Because I watch it now and my kids love it.
Yes.
The first one.
Yeah.
You could argue the other two are Christmas movies. That was a little weird.
I think, yeah.
The Santa Clauses.
Yeah. I have been watching the series.
The Tim Allen ones?
The Tim Allen, the new series with Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Season 2 just dropped.
Okay.
I really enjoy it.
Really?
Yes. I'm not a huge Tim Allen fan in general.
Okay.
I mean, I watched Home Improvement, just like the rest of the world.
Yeah.
When it was on.
Sure.
And I enjoyed, Santa Claus, and of course, Toy Story.
Yeah.
But I really like them. I like all of them. There's not one that I haven't liked.
I couldn't really get into the series, the Disney Plus series. I don't know why.
It took a while.
Yeah.
It's one of those slow starters.
Okay.
And then it kind of comes along and it gets better. Cal Penn goes through a really interesting character arc.
Okay.
In it, and he seems sort of one level when you start the season.
Yeah.
And then he kind of goes through a pretty interesting character arc.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
So I dig it, and sort of they kind of made some comments about Mrs. Claus and how she's kind of a one note character.
She kind of is,
and they kind of made some changes to that and updated it, and I kind of dig it.
Okay. All right.
So that's the series. It's not on the list, but the first one definitely.
Mm-hmm.
The other two, I think you could make an argument. And if while you're at it, watch the series.
Okay.
There's 2 seasons now on Disney Plus.
Whatever you say, Captain.
Yep. Okay. The next one is probably, when I did my straw poll, probably most number one answer.
I would say it's arguably the best of the more recent Christmas movies that have come out lately.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
And we're talking, of course, about Elf.
Yeah.
And there is an argument to be made.
Okay.
And I have made this argument.
Okay.
That if Elf doesn't get made,
yes,
the MCU doesn't exist.
Oh, because Jon
Favreau directed Elf, and because of the very little amount of like claymation and that kind of special effects, but the success of that in the film, it has been said that that's why he was given Zathura, because of the special effects that he did on Elf.
Okay.
And how great they are. And Zathura is what led directly to him getting Iron Man. See, and if Jon Favreau doesn't direct Iron Man, no MCU, in my opinion.
Oh, that is a full circle.
Yeah.
I respect it.
Yeah.
I respect it. Now, don't forget, Elf is coming out soon again.
Yes.
Drop it again.
Yes, because we're old.
We are.
Yeah, because it's a 20-year anniversary, believe it or not. Sorry. For those of you who saw it in theaters, like myself, sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry you're old.
Oh, well, it's okay.
You should start taking Geritol.
Yeah. The next movie on the list is Captain Deadeyes.
Yes.
Right? A lot of dead eyes in this movie.
There is a lot of dead eyes in this.
The Polar Express.
It's the Polar Express. I still enjoy it. I think it's really good. You have to put your mind into sort of that retro nostalgia state for early mocap, CGI type animation.
Very early mocap.
Very early mocap. And if you put yourself into that sort of that nostalgic place, where you're like, okay, I understand it's not the newest of the new.
Yeah.
I mean, my PlayStation has better graphics than Polar Express.
It does.
As far as like faces being alive.
I've seen it. I've seen it.
Yeah. So if you put yourself into that space. Now, another movie that is sort of on the list, which we'll get to in a minute, I feel like is creepier in its mocap animation.
This is Gremlins?
No.
Oh, it was close.
Yeah. No. The eyes in Gremlins are actually more alive than the eyes in Polar Express. But it is still a wonderful movie. And, I mean, it stars America's Dad. In, like, 7 different characters.
And he sings.
Yeah.
He sings.
Yeah.
Only as Tom Hanks can.
Hot chocolate.
They're not great songs.
You know what? I dig it.
The movie was innovative when it came out.
It really was.
But it has not aged well. Unless you take yourself out of it.
Yeah, you have to, it's like, with a lot of these movies, with any movie, really, it's all about suspending disbelief, right?
Yeah.
And does the movie allow you, is it good enough and engaging enough for you to suspend disbelief that you're watching a movie and allow you to be transported into that world, right? That's why we watch movies.
I want a good movie.
Yeah. And so it's transportive properties is why we watch movies.
Amen.
So I think this does. I think it has enough story and enough nostalgia that it puts you into that mindset. Yes.
I would concur.
Yes.
All right. What's next, Doctor?
The next one is National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Man.
One of the greatest Christmas movies of all time.
It is probably the most quotable Christmas
movies. Without a doubt.
Yeah.
You really think it matters, Eddie?
The shitter's full.
Yeah.
My wife has a shirt that says shitter's full on it.
Yeah. Nice.
And who was it? I think my aunt looked at it and she's like, "Why is the shitter full?" I'm like, "Really? Really?"
Oh, I feel bad for you. I had to get a new Christmas sweater this year because we have ugly Christmas sweater day.
Okay.
And I won't tell you what I did get because I'll show it on the show.
I'm hoping it says, "I don't know, Margaret."
No, I didn't get that one. I thought about it though. But when I almost got, because I wear it to school and I teach in middle school, I was like, maybe not. But it's the cat outline from the bottom of the chair.
Oh my god, that's disturbing.
With like the black silhouette of a cat with like white fur around the outside.
Yeah.
Fried pussycat.
Oh shit!
But I almost got that one, and but I did, and I think you'll approve of the one that I did get.
Well, Clark, I'm thinking about fumigating this chair. What do you think? I can save it?
Be my guest. Okay, so next is the Grinch.
Which one?
Jim Carrey. Live action Grinch.
Yes.
Jim Carrey. There is a certain amount of nostalgia with the original Dr. Seuss animated Grinch that I recommend, but nobody's seen it. Nobody left alive has seen it except for probably me and like 4 other dudes. So
I watch it every year.
Yeah. Oh, do you?
Okay. Me and my family watch it every year. It's some of the cartoon is still really well done by today's standards, but it's just it's too short for the story. But the Jim Carrey version is great. The Ron
Which has a sequel coming.
With
Jim Carrey.
Oh, shit.
I'm stoked.
I'm on board with it.
Yeah. Not that
I thought he retired.
Not that the animated version with Flippy Dick Hootie Doo in it, Benedict Cumberbatch. I know how to say his name, but it's just fun to make stuff up when I say his name. The first time around, I have to make something up.
Yeah. Well, you know what?
But not that was bad,
but it was for a certain audience.
Yeah, and it just didn't quite rise to the level of The Grinch. One of my daughters, that's her favorite movie.
Yeah.
My kids had there was no boogeyman, it was Mr. Grinch. I may have shown it to them a little early.
Well, you know what? That's okay. There's some very grown-up humor in that movie.
Yes.
Very grown-up humor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. There's some really... you're not going to put Jeffrey Tambor in a movie and not have a couple of, off-color references.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Even if they're very veiled. And they are.
They were super veiled, but it's like you read enough into it.
Yeah, no kid is going to get those jokes, but an adult would be like, oh
shit, he said that.
Yeah, he's talking about sex.
Yeah.
And he's the Grinch. But that's definitely, that's on there. Now, there are a number of movies that are based on a Dickens story. Are based on A Christmas Carol.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of different movies based on that same theme.
You know, I got to tell you my favorite one, though, before we get into this.
Yeah.
It's the Mickey Mouse one.
And the Christmas Carol is on the list.
Yeah.
And there are 7 different versions. Yeah, and that one is definitely included.
Mickey's Christmas Carol is among my favorite Christmas shows to watch.
I will tell you that my very favorite version, though, is the next movie on the list.
Okay.
And that is Scrooge.
Scrooge.
With BFM.
See, I would agree with that. I mean, you go from Jim Carrey, one comedic genius, to another, Bill Murray. It's like, you can't go wrong with that.
No, more than once, somebody has made a statement about, I can't get my cat to wear this hat, or my dog the collar won't stay on my dog, or whatever. And I cannot hear that without saying, have you tried Staples?
Yeah. It's despicable.
Yeah, it really is. But it's an amazing
Well, and don't forget how good Bobcat Goldthwait was. Goldthwait.
Yes.
Was in that movie too.
He was
excellent in that movie.
Yeah. He was really good. Everybody was good.
Yeah.
Karen Allen
was great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was it was great. I absolutely love that movie. If you haven't seen it, see it.
It took me a while to get my family to watch it with me. And now they watch it every year.
It holds up.
Yeah.
It absolutely holds up.
Yeah.
Okay. Next was your homework.
Yes, it was.
That was your homework. I rewatched it.
Yeah.
I did my own homework.
Okay, good.
I've seen it, obviously, several times. Another Jon Favreau entry.
Yes, it is.
Who is rising to Shane Black level of Christmas movies. And it's 4 Christmases.
Yeah.
It's a really good movie. It's fun.
Yeah.
I like that there's sort of the exploration of what it means to be married.
Yes.
And I really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
It's kind of a different sort of thematically from a lot of Christmas movies.
It is.
But I thought it was really good.
Yeah.
There's been some attempts at the same kind of humbug approach to Christmas with the Cranks, not on the list.
No.
But that kind of idea.
Yeah.
Right. But this one was far more successful. And the cast is outstanding.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it is
it's
as star-studded as you get.
Yeah.
And no egos.
None.
At least that came through on screen.
Yeah.
Everybody seemed to be willing to be silly.
Well, I was expecting Robert Duvall to be kind of pissy about being in the part that he was.
Yeah.
Because he had just come off winning an Oscar 2 or 3 years before. And it was making this movie next. And he held his sense of humor to it, I think, relatively well.
I think you can tell. Yeah. And then and really, really good actors playing opposite not professional actors.
Yeah.
Tim McGraw and Dwight Yoakam and these guys who are country singers who are good actors.
Yeah.
I think Tim McGraw proved his chops in 1883.
Yes.
Most recently. But, especially at the time when this was made several years ago, he was a country singer.
Yeah.
Who was just sort of dipping his toes into the acting pool and did fine.
Yeah,
he did great. I mean, he didn't have the most in-depth character and didn't have a whole ton of screen time, but he did a good job.
Look, he was that obnoxious brother who liked to beat up on people.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so. Backyard MMA fighter. Okay, now we have Miracle on 34th Street. Now, this is another one of those movies that have been remade and remade and remade.
What?
There are two versions, in my opinion, that are worth watching.
Yeah.
And they are the 1946 black and white version, original.
Yeah, and then the Edinburgh one.
And then the Edinburgh in 1994.
Yeah.
Which, is the other one, which is great.
Yeah.
So, yeah, those are, both of them are great. It depends on whether you want to go way nostalgic and go black and white.
Yeah.
Are you having a, Maltese Falcon kind of mood? Or do you want something a little bit more updated? Although I'm realizing now that I say 1994 was still,
I like the more contemporary one.
Yeah, I would say that that's probably my favorite as well. Okay. Next we have.
I think we clearly defined this as a Christmas movie.
Oh, without a doubt. Ago. I think it's been proven, and I've actually had a couple of people who listened to the show who told me that they were on the fence, but they're 100% now in the camp of. And my niece, I think I mentioned this on the show. I told her, she had never even seen it, and she saw it, and she said 100% Christmas staple. Gonna watch it every year.
Yeah,
absolutely. And if you look over my shoulder. You will see the new official CRT's advent calendar was sent in by a listener.
It was.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. I didn't think when I mentioned I would love one, and it was sent in. So that is Hans Gruber, the advent calendar, while he falls from Nakatomi Tower, and I couldn't be more thrilled.
That's amazing.
I'm absolutely here. I'll move it so that it's on camera. You can see it. So if you're listening on the podcast, this will give you a reason to watch the YouTube show. And so here we have the Nakatomi Tower.
Yes, we do.
Advent calendar, and you can see Hans Gruber. He's up here above the first, but then he falls, and you move him one day at a time, and he finally hits the ground on Christmas morning, just like in the movie.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and that's just wonderful. So that will be with us.
If anything explains the reason for the season, it's Die Hard.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
it absolutely does. He's even got a little gun. In his hand, and
classic Hans Gruber.
Yeah, Hans Gruber. Yippee-ki-yay,
motherfucker.
Yes, exactly. Okay, so that's Die Hard, 100% a Christmas movie. You could argue that it isn't, but you'd be wrong.
Now, my daughter tried to convince me this one is not a Christmas movie. Next one.
This next one?
Yeah. I'm like, it takes place during Christmas.
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, but...
It's called Jingle all the way.
But...
There's reindeer. There's snow.
It's okay. It's okay. I forgave her.
Okay. Well,
I forgave her.
I'll get there eventually.
Yeah. You have to. But my favorite part of this movie is Phil Hartman. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah. Phil Hartman. With a close second, I would say Jim Belushi.
Yes. Yeah. I would agree with that.
Yeah, as the store Santa that has the background business, the black market toys business. It's a great movie. Now, you may be, if you see this movie and you enjoy it, you may be tempted to watch a sequel.
Yeah, don't watch the sequel.
Don't. Larry the Cable Guy.
Yeah. Don't.
No. Larry the Cable Guy was wonderful in Cars.
Yeah. But then he became this like B-rated or C-rated.
He became a parody of himself.
He did.
And it was.
What's that whole get her done thing?
Yeah, it's kind of lost on me.
Now I look at him and all I see is Mater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Jingle All the Way is a good movie.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
Yeah, no, it is. Phil Hartman. R.I.P.
Phil Hartman saves the movie.
Yeah, R.I.P.
R.I.P.
Okay, next we have Home Alone 1.
Yes.
And 2.
Oh, thank God. I thought you were going to stop at 1.
No, 1 and 2.
Okay, good.
And I'm stopping there. Okay. There are, believe it or not, I think 4
other sequels, I think?
There's one coming, I think.
There's a new one coming?
I think so. No, a series.
I
think they're doing a series.
What the hell is a Home Alone series?
I don't know. That's just, you know what? That CPS needs to.
You know what? I'm writing a strongly worded letter.
Yeah.
How many times are you going to forget your kids?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's after 2. It's different kids. But
I mean, John Candy, in his small cameo role that he filmed in a matter of hours.
Yeah.
It was so good. without Home Alone, we wouldn't have Macaulay Culkin or any of the Culkin relatives.
Yeah.
Right. I read a story once that Joe Pesci had to be censored on set because he kept dropping F-bombs all the time.
Joe Pesci?
Yeah.
Oh, I believe it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and then you had you just had so many great cast of characters in this movie. I feel like Kevin, Macaulay Culkin's character, kept getting shit on in both movies.
Yeah.
Kind of unfairly. But he kind of brought it upon himself because his poor attitude. But I really hope they stop making these.
Home Alone 6 came out November 12th, 2021. That was called Home Sweet Home Alone. And that is apparently
that's the one that was on Disney Plus.
Yeah. Is there a Home Alone 5 and 6? Yes. So yeah. But we're not don't
go past 2.
Don't go past 2.
Don't go past 2.
Stop when you see the orange gorilla.
There's an orange gorilla?
Yeah, in 2.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He tells him how to find the lobby.
You're 100% correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember what you're talking about now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Yes.
Yes.
So when you see that, finish that movie and then don't watch anything.
Don't watch anything else. Okay. No. Okay. I got it. The next one is a great one.
Yeah.
Right? Because it wouldn't have snowed without Edward.
True.
Right? So Edward Scissorhands.
And every year since then.
Yeah.
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 Edward Scissorhands.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely a Christmas movie. We have proof.
A grown-up Christmas movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, Alan Arkin alone would have been great in that movie. And I am not in that movie.
I thought you were.
I'm not in that movie.
I thought you were getting royalties on this. That's how we're paying for this.
I wish I was getting royalties on that. No, the only thing I've gotten from that movie is seated ahead of a line at the Hard Rock Cafe in San Francisco.
This is a season for the royalties for Edward Scissorhands,
right? Chris. Yeah, you would think so, but no, I'm still waiting on those checks.
Okay.
So no, I'm not in that movie.
Someday.
Although I have a new doppelganger.
Oh.
Yeah, apparently my daughter posted a picture of she and I together on her Instagram.
Okay.
And somebody thought that I was the villain from Five Nights at Freddy's.
You know, I haven't watched that movie yet.
Oh, let me see. I'll look it up. Talk amongst yourselves.
Okay.
But yeah, it is Matthew Lillard is the actor that plays him.
Yeah.
And he has glasses and a beard, and he's gone gray.
Oh, you know what? I see it. I see it.
Yeah.
God damn it, I see it.
And somebody asked her legit if she got a picture with Matthew Lillard.
Matthew Lillard's so good.
Yeah. Let me see if there's images.
You know what? That's okay. I'm gonna go watch it. That'll be one of your homework assignments is to go watch Five Nights at Freddy's, even though it's not a Christmas movie.
It's not. That's not your homework assignment tonight. We do have homework for you.
Oh darn!
It's not coming up in the. It's just showing me all the animated things. Hang on. Let's see.
Womp.
Film.
Womp. Oh, this makes for great radio.
Yeah, it does. It shows Josh
Brolin.
No, Hutchinson.
I was close.
No, you weren't. It shows him a lot of pictures of him. So okay, let me look. So one more thing, Matthew Lillard. I forget his character's name. So there we go.
Is it Matthew Lillard gets?
No.
Okay, I was close.
That's Freddy.
God damn it, that is Chris Rogers.
So yeah, kind of. Let me see. I can.
Yeah, that holds up well.
Yeah. Oh, you can see. Yeah, there you go.
Zoom in, folks.
Zoom in. There you go. Anyway, so yeah, apparently I kind of look like him. So that's my new doppelganger. So now I am in Edward Scissorhands and Five Nights at Freddy's. Apparently,
that's a lot of royalties.
It is a lot of royalties that I'm not getting. Okay, so the next one,
yes,
is absolutely another movie that we proved to be a Christmas movie.
100%.
And I still have not shown it to my children, and I really need to.
Okay,
Trading Places.
You know what? I'm just going to go back into your house and log into my Amazon account and watch this.
Okay.
Everyone sit your asses down.
You don't have a choice.
Turn off your phone.
Actually, Ellie is home tonight. My oldest is home tonight. So
okay.
maybe we'll
there you go.
Maybe we'll sit down and watch.
Yeah. Trading Places, absolutely.
Yeah.
Plus boobs.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. It's a phenomenal film. Dan Aykroyd, Eddie Murphy. You got to see it.
Much good.
Yep.
Much good.
Very good.
I love the next one. The first one.
Yeah.
Sequel's kind of weird.
Sequel's weird. I enjoyed it. I got some nostalgia. That movie scared the bejesus out of me.
When you were younger?
No. Well, I was working.
Oh, so this is Gremlins.
Yeah, Gremlins. Gremlins 2, quick sidebar. The reason why it scared me is because I was the projectionist in the film, in the movie. And I wasn't the one who screened the film. Because we always screened it. I thought I did.
Oh, shit.
So I was down on my break watching the movie. And in the movie, the film, like, spoilers, but the film melts.
Yeah.
And it's like a solid white screen for like 10 seconds. And when you're the projectionist, and that's exactly what it looks like when the film breaks.
Oh.
And so or back then when it was still filmed in projectors, I was sitting there and I literally jumped up and ran towards the exit, which probably added to the realism for the audience because they're like, holy crap, there goes the projectionist. Because I was wearing like the uniform and I was just sitting there on my break eating popcorn and watching the movie. And I almost to the door when I heard the gremlins giggling. And then the finger puppets and all of the shadow puppets and all of that. And I was like, but I swear I was like, oh, because from the time film breaks to the time the movie starts, it's like 10 minutes because you got to get up there and repair it and do all of that. So it's like people are not happy when I
No, that's a long intermission.
Yeah. So anyway, but the first one, the second one, not a Christmas movie. I mean, it takes place in the summertime.
I don't even know if I call the second one a movie.
No, it's a movie. Ish. But let's just say if the second one had been the first one, there wouldn't have been a second.
Truth.
Yeah.
Although we're getting a Mogwai TV show coming out.
Yes, we are.
So we'll see what happens there.
Yeah, it's a great movie, and I just rewatched it.
Yeah,
recently.
Still holds up.
Holds up 100%. Great movie. Absolutely should watch it. Maybe not under 9 or 10. For kids.
My kids watched it when they were 7.
Yeah, mine did too, but my kids were emotionally scarred just from being my kids. So that I don't know that it affected them. So depending on where your kid's at.
Same.
It's a little bit gory and a little bit violent, but great movie and absolutely a Christmas movie.
Yes.
Yeah. Batman Returns.
Yeah.
Also in our Is It a Christmas episode. And it is. It 100% is a Christmas movie.
Hondo P.
Yep. Great. Okay. So next we have Christmas Carol. So there are tons of versions of this. We had 1938.
Yes.
Black and white. We had 1951 with George C. Scott.
Yes.
Who was for a long time the definitive Ebenezer Scrooge. We have the Patrick Stewart. From, I think late 80s, early 90s.
Yes.
Somewhere around in there.
Yeah.
Great. And the one that I was referring to earlier when I was talking about Dead Eyes, the Jim Carrey animated mocap Christmas Carol.
Yeah.
Weird.
Strange.
I don't know that it's list worthy, but it's certainly a thing.
It caused a movie studio to go out of business.
Yeah. It's not great. My definitive, if you're going with straight up Christmas Carol, not like a version of it like Scrooge or whatever. I say Patrick Stewart.
Okay. What about the Muppet Christmas Carol?
And a Muppet Christmas Carol and a Disney Christmas Carol absolutely are on the list.
Yeah.
Consider them part of the list. But if I went and I think of those as like spin-offs, you know?
Sure.
If you want to go classic purist Christmas Carol, I'd say Patrick Stewart, followed by George C. Scott.
George C. Scott.
Yes.
Absolutely.
But 100%. Now, this one, the next one, I put a question mark on it next to it on the list.
Yeah, I saw that.
Because I'm not 100% sure. Now, I thoroughly enjoy this movie, and
it's too new though.
That was my concern.
It's too new.
I would put it in my top 5 Christmas movies.
You could. It's a very good movie.
It's a really good movie.
But have enough people seen it enough times.
Yeah, and I haven't heard anything about it this year. Like nobody's talked about it this year. So I don't know if it's going to stick around like some of these other movies. The movie is spirited.
Yes.
Ryan Reynolds, Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
It is because not so many people have seen it. I'm wary of spoiling it, and I am so spoiler averse.
Yeah.
But I will say it is related to A Christmas Carol.
Very closely related.
I don't want to say it in what way, but if you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. And if you haven't seen it, you should see it. It's really good. I'm on the fence as to whether it's list worthy. So if you're a listener, let me know.
You know, I would say I would give it 2 more years before we put it on the list.
Okay. I'm into that. I can agree with that.
When this reruns next year,
yeah,
we'll just we'll bring it up again.
We'll bring it up again.
Yeah.
Okay. So next is Love Actually.
Okay.
It's a Christmas movie.
Sure.
We have female listeners.
Yes, we do.
Not that only females can like this movie. I enjoy this movie. When my wife makes me watch it periodically.
Yes.
And I watch it, and it's good. It's a good movie. And it is mentioned a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And it comes up a lot in pop culture, and so that's why it's on the list.
I would concur.
Yeah. Love Actually.
Yeah.
Good movie.
Good movie-esque.
Next, we have Good Movie.
Well, it's certainly a Bad Santa.
Yes.
Man, did you see that one
coming? Stop, I'm
gonna God damn it, we're on fire.
Yeah, I'm gonna pee my pants.
Oh, damn.
Anyway, Bad Santa.
I'm really proud of that one.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Good on you. So yeah, Bad Santa is yeah. I think I've only seen this one once.
One or two?
One.
Okay. The second one was pretty good too.
It was, but I don't know that it has the influence. Like Bad Santa definitely has a pop culture influence. I don't know that 2 does.
Well, it certainly fits all the criteria for being a Christmas movie.
Oh, it's not a question of whether or not it's a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
It is absolutely a Christmas movie. I'm just saying I don't know whether it's list worthy because there's 2 different requirements, right?
Sure.
Next, absolutely 100% Christmas movie. It has been scientifically proven.
Yeah.
And that is also Shane Black.
Yes.
And Lethal Weapon.
Yeah.
One.
Getting too old for
the first Lethal Weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one they are making a new one.
How?
I don't know, but they're making a new one.
Why? That Danny Glover's been retired from acting.
What?
Danny Glover.
Where? Danny Glover, I don't know if he's just going to be a cameo or both of them are going to be cameo. Maybe it's going to be Chris Rock and Joe Pesci.
They had that Lethal Weapon TV show.
That they did, and then the guy who played Riggs was problematic and got fired off the show.
Yeah,
and I think they replaced him with another actor, and then it just didn't go anywhere.
Yeah, that's usually when shows get canceled.
Yeah, so it was good. Damon Wayans was
pretty good.
Was the Danny Glover character?
Yeah.
Okay, so then we have Charlie Brown Christmas.
Well, not being a movie.
Not technically a movie. It's Charlie Brown freaking Christmas.
Yeah.
And if you have ever heard somebody say, "Oh, look, that's a Charlie Brown tree."
Yeah.
That's the pop culture influence we're talking about.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So Charlie Brown Christmas, 100%.
Heavy duty.
So then we have A Muppet Christmas Carol, which we've already talked about.
Yeah.
It does, I think, garner a separate entry.
Sure.
But yeah, Muppet Christmas Carol, awesome.
So great.
Yeah, definitely a great movie. White Christmas.
Yeah.
Bing Crosby.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Bing Crosby ended up being kind of problematic as far as outside that. Well, and also not a great dad. You know, he was a little bit, let's say, hands-on as a father.
A little too handsy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And not in a creepy way, but in a violent way.
Yeah.
And then last on the list. Also, I don't know. Does it qualify as a movie? It's Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
I think it came out in theaters.
The claymation?
Yeah.
I knew it because it was like 1964, I think is when it came out.
Yeah.
Or in the 60s.
Yeah.
I knew it years later when it was on TV. It was on TV every year.
Mm-hmm.
And we were excited when it was. And we would watch it and sit through the damn commercials because that's the only option we had.
Yeah.
Because I'm old.
Still the only option we have.
Yep. No, you don't have to sit through commercials anymore.
Yeah, but you can't stream it.
Yeah. I guess.
It's unstreamable.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's locked behind a vault somewhere.
Oh.
So only CBS can show it.
Oh. Is it on Paramount Plus then?
No.
Weird.
Not on Paramount Plus.
Oh. Yeah, I haven't seen it in a few years, but definitely on the list.
Yeah, I would
definitely
say so.
Hugely. I mean, that alone, there was obvious influence from that movie to Elf.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
So, yeah. What's your favorite Christmas movie? I don't know. Which one is, if you had to pick your absolute favorite, what's your favorite Christmas movie?
Mine?
Yeah.
God, put me in the hot seat.
Yeah.
You know, I would say that this is going to sound weird.
Mm-hmm.
For me, at least.
Yeah.
Santa Claus 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I wouldn't have guessed.
Yeah.
Valid choice, though.
Yeah.
I would say I asked you that question and I have to ask myself. I mean, I have different, like there's a nostalgia one, which would be Christmas Story for me.
Sure.
There's straight up the one I laugh at the most would be Christmas Vacation.
Absolutely.
For production value, I would say Spirited.
I mean, this is a lot of criteria, Chris.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard for me to pick one.
Stop hedging your bet.
I'd pick one.
Trading Places.
No. It's one. That's one of my top movies.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go Christmas Vacation.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, and it's my wife's absolute favorite movie.
Yeah,
I mean that may be her favorite movie.
Does she remember the movie?
Oh yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, my wife, who is notorious for forgetting movies after she's seen them.
Yeah,
which is, I tease her a lot about it, but I'm so jealous of that. Can you imagine what a gift it would be to every time you see a movie, it's the first time you're seeing it. At least for the first 30, 40 minutes of the movie.
That would be amazing.
Yeah, wouldn't it? That's my wife. That's the gift that she's been given.
Wow. Okay.
So yeah, it's pretty amazing. And so I tease her, but that one I can say, why is the floor all wet?
I don't know, Margaret.
Yeah, exactly. Well, something had to break the stereo. Something had to break the window. Yeah. Or I could be like, where are you going to fit that tree, Griswold? Bend over and I'll show you. I mean, wouldn't be the Christmas season if the stores were any hotter than they are.
Yeah. It's a bit nipply.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, that's got to be my favorite.
Now, there's a bunch of other Christmas movies on here that we haven't even put on the list.
Yeah.
Some of them are god-awful and some of them are great.
Yeah, I mean, we have like a Bad Mom's Christmas.
Yeah.
I
don't know if I'd put that on the list.
No, it's not on the list.
There was that Christmas movie in the 80s with, what's his name? John Lithgow and Dudley Moore. I think it was called Santa Claus the Movie.
Oh yeah, Santa Claus the Movie. Yeah, absolutely. I remember that.
Yeah, the movie
doesn't belong on the list.
No, it's awful.
We also have not put the Star Wars Christmas special on.
Well, if you could find it, might be worthwhile.
It's very hard to find.
Yeah, I think it's on the YouTube.
I think it is actually.
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of want to rewatch it. I got to look and see if I can find it. And if I do, I'll watch it and I'll report back to you.
Now is the time where all the stills come out that people have grabbed over the years. And the effects on that just look terrible.
Yeah. Yeah. It's bad. I mean, it's up there with like the original Land of the Lost TV series in production value.
Oh God.
Which R.I.P. Marty Krofft. He just passed away.
I heard.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many amazing Christmas movies. Yeah. And I mean, we didn't even touch, I thought about putting like putting it all in as one entry.
Yeah.
The Lifetime Christmas movies. Because they're all basically the same.
Look.
But there is a pop culture influence.
Yeah.
On sort of the conversation about Christmas movies. You need to have seen at least one. I have seen a few.
Yeah. Voluntarily?
No.
But
like, I don't even know that it's actually a Lifetime movie, but like the Christmas night, there's like 4 of them. I got
with a K?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I think it's, if I remember correctly, I think it's like a knight gets brought from the Middle Ages.
Oh my God.
Current time.
This is hurting my head just talking about it.
Yeah, at Christmas time, and then he's like a fish out of water. It's like a Connecticut Yankee and King Arthur's Court kind of story.
That's the one with Vanessa Hudgens, isn't it?
I think so, yeah.
Why did I know that? Why did I know that?
So this is what I'm talking about, though. This is what I'm talking about, the cultural influence of it. That doesn't mean they're good movies, but I feel like the influence of the sort of the Lifetime Christmas, and I think that one's even like Netflix. I don't even think it's Lifetime.
Well, you have all of your, who's going to be in them, right?
Yeah.
These types of movies. Mm-hmm. You have, what's her name? Candace Cameron.
Yep.
Melissa Joan Hart.
Yep. Vanessa Hudgens.
Apparently Vanessa Hudgens.
Yep. Yeah.
Like, those are the basic actresses. They're not basic people, but just actresses that are going to be in these movies. Yeah. And the plots are all identical.
Oh, and if you look at there's been a few times that I've seen it online where they have like lined up like 10 of the posters. They're all the same.
They're identical.
The posters are even the same.
Yeah.
He's wearing a red sweater. She's wearing a green sweater. and they're looking at each other, and there's like a tree in the background and like a snowflake in the foreground or something like that. Like literally, there's like 15 movies, and they're all identical.
It's the same movie over and over.
But that's why we're talking about it on our show.
Well,
so it has officially influenced pop culture.
The other thing is they don't cost anything to make.
No, I mean they basically pay their actors and use. I mean they use the same sets. They use everything is just they pay the actors.
I think they're all done at Universal Studios.
Probably.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think Lifetime Christmas movie belongs on the list.
So what about Santa Paws?
No.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or Santa Buddies?
Santa Buddies? Yeah. No. Okay.
Can't do it. Can't pull the trigger. I've seen it.
What about Beverly Hills Chihuahua Saves Christmas?
Is that even a thing? I thought about putting Ernest Saves Christmas.
No, don't put that on.
I thought about it. Jim Varney's an American treasure.
It's like Harold and Kumar Save Christmas.
Yeah, that's a thing.
It is.
It is a thing. And no.
Yeah.
No. As much as I enjoy those movies, I really do, but no. Because I honestly didn't know it was a thing until I was doing show prep for this. And so if I don't know it's a thing, then it probably hasn't influenced pop culture enough.
Okay.
Not that I'm the end all be all, but I spend way too much time and energy on knowing about movies.
So Chris is our litmus test.
Yeah. So if I don't even know about it, it hasn't influenced pop culture enough.
Okay, that's fair.
But so that's So there you have it. There's our list. If you think these lists are living documents, so if you think we should add something, think we should take it away,
please tell us.
Let us know.
Yeah.
I'm open to adding.
Yeah.
Taking away, I'm not going to lie, will be a tall order.
It needs to be a very good argument.
Yeah.
A well-constructed, thoroughly thought out, documented,
and defensible argument. Yes.
I'm expecting at least a 200-page dissertation.
Yes.
If you want us to take anything off the list.
MLA format.
Yeah. Double space.
Yeah, double space.
Don't use Courier or Arial. I want Times New Roman.
Yes, I will rip that crap right up.
11-point font.
Yes.
Nothing bigger than that. Mm-mm. And don't make your margins huge.
No.
Standard.
That's just cheating.
Yeah, standard
it's just
margins.
Cheating. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, speaking of assignments.
Oh, homework.
Not quite yet. I have another assignment for you.
Oh, damn it.
And that is give us a like.
Please.
Give us a subscribe.
Yeah.
If you're listening to this on the podcast, like it, download it, subscribe it.
Please.
Review it. Slap it up, flip it, rub it down.
Yeah. Normally got to pay extra.
Yeah. And if watch the YouTubes.
Yeah.
If you're watching us on YouTube, go ahead and listen to the podcast.
Please.
That's like YouTube, but for your ears.
God damn it, Chris.
So anyway, or as I like to say, word sounds for your ear holes. It's on the logo.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, it is. So that's the call to action. So thank you so much for listening.
Thanks for clarifying that was the call to action.
That was the call to action. Insert call to action logo here. But I do have homework for you.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yeah, I know. There was going to be a student in the back of the room who's going to say, "Mr. Raj, did you forget to give us homework?" There always is that kid. It's fun watching that kid get beat up. I'm joking, of course. That never happens.
I've seen it happen.
Yeah, but anyway, not in my class because I don't give homework. Believe it or not, in my job, I don't give homework.
There's a lot of studies that say homework is a waste of time.
It is, except for on this show.
Yeah,
and this homework is actually extra special.
More important.
Yes, it's not to watch a movie.
Wait, are you saying it's like YouTube except for your ears?
Yeah, I am. Exactly. It's like a movie for your ears.
Hot damn.
Yeah. So here's your homework. Next week, we're going to be doing at least the first part of our drama list. I think we're going to break it up into 2
We have
episodes.
to. It's huge.
It's a huge list.
Huge.
So because we kind of took like thrillers, drama, all of those sort of non-funny, non-sci-fi movies and kind of put them into one category.
You have to.
And so, we could have broken up into like mysteries, thrillers, those kind of things, but we didn't. We just put it all into drama. So there's going to be 2 shows on drama.
Yes.
And the homework for next week is to listen to a soundtrack.
Which soundtrack is this?
The Forrest Gump soundtrack. If you haven't seen the movie, listening to the soundtrack won't... I'm not talking about the score. The score is really good. If you have some time, listen to it. But the soundtrack is what I'm talking about. Possibly arguably the greatest soundtrack of any film.
I would agree, except for one of the Elvis movies, but we're not going to get into that right now.
Yeah, well, and I mean, you could make an argument for The Big Chill, and some other movies, but I one of my very all-time favorite soundtracks.
This is probably the first movie to do this type of soundtrack too, or one of the first.
One of the first movies, well, because it spans such a large time.
Yeah.
So, like, The Big Chill had a great soundtrack, and it was kind of an anthology kind of soundtrack.
Yeah.
But it was all one time period.
Yeah.
Right. So this goes from like the 60s all the way to the 80s.
Yeah.
Soundtrack, and it's, I mean, even before, maybe even sooner than that. But
glorious.
It really is an amazing soundtrack. So that's your homework.
Please
listen to the soundtrack.
Yes.
After you're done listening to this episode, there won't be another episode of our podcast to listen to until after we record it, which your homework will have been due. So if you're listening to this now, you have nothing but time until next week's episode. Did I hurt your brain with that one?
I just went cross-eyed when you brought it up.
Yeah, did the hamster fall off the wheel a little bit?
Yeah, that was a little strange.
It's okay, you'll stick some cheese in your ear later.
Yeah, but what if I'm listening to this in the future?
Yeah.
And I've already listened to the next episode.
So then you need to pause listening to episode. Now, if you've already listened to it and now you're listening out of order, that's chaos. Dog and cats living together.
God damn it, time travel is real.
Okay.
I just solved time travel.
Did you?
Yeah, I figured it out.
Cool.
That's what Spider-Man said to Pepper.
Yeah. Apparently, I figured it out, 20 years ago when I was half drunk. So.
Yeah. It's a Mobius trick,
yes,
people.
Apparently, Tracy has 1.21 gigawatts of power in his pants.
Is it gigawatts or gigawatts?
It's actually gigawatts, but back then, giga wasn't really something that we used ever, and so he mispronounced.
Well, watch out. It's the Libyans. No, I'm not going to say it aloud.
Yeah? You sold him a box of pinball parts?
I did. I was thinking about it. That might have been a creative name for a podcast, which was, what did he say in that movie?
1.21
gigawatts? Yeah, it starts with a J, not a G.
Great Scott. Yeah, it is gigawatts, just like it is GIF.
No, it's GIF.
No, it's GIF.
No, it's GIF.
You're wrong.
I am right.
Graphic is what the G stands for. So it started until they start calling it Jaffics.
Jaffics?
Graphics.
Look,
it's not GIF.
The creator of GIFs
is an idiot.
Said GIF.
No, but he's an idiot. It stands for graphic. What is it? Graphic inner.
I don't know.
Something format.
Doesn't matter to me.
The G stands for graphic,
and it
or
clearly
graphical.
Makes a J sound.
No.
Look, we're gonna have to agree to disagree on this.
Okay, we'll both agree that you're wrong.
You can't prove that.
I have just proven it.
You cannot.
QED. I have gone Latin.
Gone plaid.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this has been a fun episode.
I think we're done. Stick a fork in us.
We're toast.
Yes.
Wait, that's not how it goes.
I don't think so.
God damn it, I just let the monkey out of the bottle. All right, y'all. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, that was funny. It's still a gift, by the way. I know.